Hey guys, what's going on today? So first of all, today's video is going to be about this lens right here. It's the Sigma 150 to 600 millimeter lens. We're going to be doing a review on it. Second of all, I've got my shotgun mic here, kind of just using it to talk into it because it's very windy out today. So we're going to start off talking about this lens because that's what the video is about. So for this review of the Sigma 150 to 600 millimeter lens, we're going to be talking about a few things first, just features that you have on it. Then I'm going to get into the more complex things, or not complex, but more what you'd want to hear, like how good is this lens, are you going to get sharp images from it, things like that. So first off, for all the lenses that you have in here, you have 4 pieces of glasses. You got, I'm pretty sure, 1 FLD glass and or lens, and you have 3 SLD glasses in here. It's a pretty beast of a lens. It's gonna put a lot of weight onto it. It's all metal, except for this lens hood there. That's gonna be plastic, but it weighs about 4.2 pounds. I would say around there. So you're gonna have a good quality lens. It's pretty dust proof, I'm pretty sure. So it's a great lens so far. I've had it for about 3 weeks. I've gotten some great pictures. So if you are a wildlife photographer, this is going to be a perfect lens for you. What I was worried about when I was first want to get my first telephoto lens was, am I going to be able to get something that is going to have enough range? Now, you are going to have a perfect amount of range for this thing. It's going to get you enough, close enough to your subject. So yeah, you're not going to be able to get the quality of like an L lens from Canon, but it's definitely going to hold up. You're definitely going to get close enough to your subject. And let's talk about, I guess we can talk about focusing. So when you're going to focus with this lens, autofocus, yeah, it works pretty good, especially when you're taking pictures. What you want to do is, you don't want to zoom in and then focus. What I like to do is, it's like kind of weird. You want to zoom out, focus, and then zoom in and then focus again, because if you just zoom in completely and then try to focus, it's going to have a hard time trying to find the subject to focus on. But overall, autofocus is great, manual focus is great, the motor, you can hear it, but it's not like extremely loud. Lens hood, once again, that's plastic. It's one of the only plastic things on here. It holds up pretty well. It's like got a few scratches on it, but overall, I wouldn't worry about the lens hood. And what's good is that since it's plastic, it's not going to weigh a lot. Whereas the sports version of this lens, it's actually metal, so that thing it's going to weigh a lot more. I can fit this thing perfectly in my Lowepro Tahoe BP150 backpack. It's a small backpack if you know what it is, and you're definitely going to be able to fit this in a larger backpack. So it's great for travel because it's really small, but you're getting a ton of range. Alright, so we're going to talk about settings now. So for your settings here, you're going to have a lock switch right there. And what that does is, when you're at 150 millimeters, that's just going to lock in completely. When you're at any of the others, like 250, 300, 400, so on, it's going to lock, but it's not going to lock completely. You're still going to be able to have, when it's locked, you can still push it, and I will show you an example, but it's just going to prevent lens creep. So as you can see on the top, I'm at 150 millimeters right there. Now I'm going to do the lock switch. If I do the lock switch here, it's locked in place now. I cannot move the ring whatsoever. Now I'm going to unlock it. I'm going to bring it to about, I'd say 200. So as you can see, it's on 200 now. You might not be able to see that as well, but anyway, lock it in place. You can't lock it in any other place. If it's like in the middle of numbers, it's not going to be able to lock. It has to be on a number, so we're going to lock it up. And as you can see, I can still move it once it's locked up. It's just not going to move as much. So you can see it can still move when it's locked. So yeah, that just prevents lens creep, because lens creep, it can be very annoying when you're carrying this thing around. If you just want to be on a specific, like millimeter, I don't know. And as you can see, you just have your little dial for your focusing right there. This is the manual focus ring. As you can see, the numbers move there. So that's just what that is for. You also have all your settings. I'm not going to get too much into detail. It's just, obviously autofocus, manual focus. You have some stabilizer modes, some custom settings, but you need the Sigma USB dock if you're going to use that. I'm pretty sure that on that one that says, the one that is the 10 and the little 2.8, That one in the middle, that's just to control how far you are from a subject. I'm not going to get too much in detail for these, like I said. Now this lens also comes with the tripod collar, and as you can see, there's a little knob there, and that knob is going to require you to be able to take it off. And then there's a little plastic thing that you can actually put on it. So if you don't want to just take it off, you can put that plastic ring back on it, and you don't have to use the tripod collar. So yeah, everything is very smooth on this lens. I'm going to do a quick little pan around here. Very nice. Obviously, you also have a metal mount for it, so when you're putting it on your camera, it's going to be nice and sturdy, not one of those stupid plastic ones. And this is the lens without the lens hood, and if you can see, that's just the glass inside. And it's a very, very well built lens, so I think we need to get testing to this now. So yeah, those are just the basic features. It's just really basic stuff that I just talked about there. But if you want to get a good lens for wildlife photography, once again, I just want to keep mentioning this. You're going to have a great lens here. It's going to do you very well. This lens is about $900, I think, on sale. It's $1,000 on Sigma. I got it on eBay for only $824. I recommend going on eBay to find something cheaper than actually go on the website. If you prefer to go on the website, then, obviously go ahead. So we're going to do some test footage, and I'm going to show you some test pictures that I took of some birds. So we're going to go on to that now. Okay, so for this first shot, we are at about 200 millimeters. I'm going to go to 150 millimeters. That's your minimum focal distance. We're going to go to 600 millimeters, your maximum focal distance. So this is just some pictures of some leaves. We are at 600 now. As you can see, you are getting a very good range. And there's that 150 again. Alright, so those leaves in the center of the screen, we're going to zoom in all the way at 600 millimeters. I'm going to show you the bokeh. Bokeh is very important when you're taking pictures of wildlife. So we're just going to focus in on that. And you can see bokeh is pretty good. You're getting a pretty blurry background, and the image is very, very sharp. Alright, so in the middle of the screen now is a 25 mile/hour speed limit sign. As you can see, the image is very sharp, and there's not a lot of bokeh in the background, obviously, when you're zoomed out. If we go to 600 millimeters, we can see the center point is actually not the top of the sign, but it's just kind of at the bottom. Bokeh is pretty good. We're just going to go to the middle of the sign now. Alright, so bokeh in the background is very good right now. As you can see, it's looking really nice. The speed limit sign is very well in focus. As you can see, there's a little bit of camera shake because I'm on a tripod. When you have a heavy lens like this, it's not going to be as stable. But I'm going to do a test, so I'm going to focus onto the background just by touching the touch screen on my camera. Touch the speed limit sign now. Very good focusing, not too loud. So I'll do that focus test one more time just to ensure that you can, obviously see how it is. Just want to make sure you guys like the results, so I'm going to be quiet now. So here we are at 300 millimeters, just a little bit of grass moving in the wind. And once the wind picks up, I'll get another shot of this. So as you can see, you can get some very nice shots if you're doing any nature or wildlife video. Definitely you can get some beautiful shots with that. As you can see, the grass is really moving really well. And now we just got a car going up the road. Pretty nice little shot of that car. Gets light isn't really that well right now. I'm kind of on automatic settings, just makes it easier. But yeah, getting a nice shot of a car at 300 millimeters. So we have another car coming. This is at 150 millimeters. Car is going nice and slow. Get a nice shot of that. So this is just like a shot of some leaves. I just left the lens there just so I can talk. Now I'm going to see if I can find a bird. So I'm going to try to pan while it's flying. See if I can get some shots of it just staying still. So we're going to do that now. Alright, so as you can see, that turkey, he just came in out of nowhere. I was able to get a pan of him and just a shot of him walking. So it's very hard to find birds right now. It's like really hot, so the birds are just kind of like not around here for some reason. So that does it for test footage. And now I'm going to show you some sample pictures. The pictures that I took are just some backyard birds that I was able to find and a few other things. So it's a great lens for wildlife photography. If you are looking to take video, make sure you got a sturdy tripod, things like that. So if you do have any questions, leave comments down below though. So here are the sample pictures. Alright, so the images came out kind of crappy because I'm using iMovie and it's not really the best editor. These pictures are a lot better though, so you can just use these for reference. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope it helped you figure out if you want to get this Sigma 150 to 600mm contemporary lens. Great lens once again for wildlife. Definitely recommend it. Sports photographers, definitely go check it out. It's a great lens. Any questions, make sure to leave them down below. I will definitely try to answer them the best that I possibly can. All I can say is that you're definitely going to get your money's worth. It's amazing. Just definitely go check it out. If you want to see any more other videos, you can go check out my channel. We got the Strikes Clan going. Just basically a bunch of kids who like to do video, vlog, film, all that stuff. So thank you guys very much, and I'll see you in the next video. See you guys later. Bye.